Hello, everyone. Uh, my name is Shubham Rane. So, as Anuja told, I work as Advanced Application Engineering Analyst at Accenture, and I am also member of International Association of Engineers. Plus, I have been working as content team lead for last 2 years for GDG Pune. So, this is what we have explored in prompt engineering in last 2 years. So what will we basically cover today is we'll check what the basics of prompts are. So the thing is to know what the basics of prompt is and to even dive into prompt engineering, we need to first know what is prompt, then what is prompt engineering, then why we need prompt engineering, and then we'll dive into what components are of prompt and if there any prompt structure, and in that structure we'll check to five-step framework. So basically what is prompt? So prompt is either an instruction or an instruction and context which we give to language model to achieve what we need, right, to desired results. So that is what basically prompt is. Now let's say what is prompt engineering. So prompt engineering basically you give a prompt and you get the output. You check, you evaluate if it is according to your desired output or not, and accordingly you iterate it. So the important part of this definition is defining and refining specific text prompts, because you refine, you completely iterate it. It is basically learning model, so it doesn't know what expect you exactly expect. So that's what it learns. Now let's say why prompt engineering, or let's see a few of the basics of why where we use prompt engineering. So first is content creation. So nowadays it's very easy. People who do copywriting as freelancers, they use GenAI applications. Then people who still retail, they do. Leave this all aside. All the content which you can see on JDG pages for all the posts, it's all written by GenAI only. It's not that we are sitting and writing. It's all GenAI, but it is just the factor of how much time we are retreating, so that it doesn't look like a GenAI exactly. So that's the first, as we say, content creation. Second is code generation. Nowadays, people don't learn. I mean, YouTube was there at a point. There were classes, but now people do. Thing is, if they have any issue, if they have any solution problem, they'll pick it, they'll put it on GenAI, and they'll get the code. Or if there is an error, they'll not go and read technical documents. They'll simply pick it and they'll put it on GenAI application. Third is design. Nowadays, many people even promote as to if you have to start a startup or anything, you can use various GenAI applications to create logos and everything. So that design is process also done in GenAI application. Then where prompt engineering uses research and educational purpose. So there are many who does theory. There's practical. They also use prompt engineering. Even small students use prompt engineering just to get for fun or something like that. And last is customer service for now today, which will see. So nowadays, people don't write any separate script. What they'll do is they'll go on Genya. They'll say that my customer is coming to me, there is some issue or something, or I need to go to customer to tell that this is my product. Write about it, and it will write it. So let's see some of the examples on this note only. So let's say, for example, this is content creation. So if I am giving a prompt that write a story, short story about a cat who dreams of flying to the moon. Now, first of all, I can do anything with GenAI. I can dream anything. I can tell him anything, whatever I can even not see in my dreams. But I need to write something or something, even if it doesn't know. So this is what the output may be, and this is the actual output. So I have taken it and I have just copy pasted because I could not put the whole. It gave me around 5 paragraphs of this story. I'm not nothing what it gives. So this is what it gives. So now if you see, so this is the first prompt. This is not the reiterated prompt. So how do we understand that this is Gen AI or any generative application output? So there are words which we have never even heard, like yearn to the fly, then fellow felines. What do the fellow felines? No, God knows. Celestial adventures. So this is what basically tells that this is Gen AI output. So you iterate it, you will tell it to keep in simple English with simple words. Then it will try, it will reiterate, and then it will give the exact output which you need. Now, as we said, code generation. So nowadays, as Python even very boom, it is like the most demanded language as such. At least people are learning. I am not sure in jobs, but it is. So this is like the sample that I need to add and give me some code. So it will give the code. Then we have for divine example. This is created by Gemini. I told him, okay, so I am very now I'm thinking I am very factual that I want a cat to go to spaceship as that one dog went. So I have told him to define a cat fitting in spaceship, and it actually gives. Then this is for research or educational purposes. So it understands what I've asked. For example, when I say analyze the impact of climate change on global food production, it actually gave me that what is the issue due to climate change. There is a huge effect on food production, and specifically in India, like it gave many. It gave for wheat, rice, everything, but then I kept for only for wheat. Then let's say customer service. So now someone comes to me with some issue in my product, and I'm for example, let's say I'm the first time entrepreneur. I'm not sure what to give reply to him. So then I can tell him that let's keep a friendly way so that customer comes to me even after you have no issues. He doesn't go on any site and upload that this company is doing wrong with me. So I'll keep simple, friendly. I'll keep empathetic because I understand that he's having issue with my product. I'll try and solve it, but then I need to reach out to him. So this is the output which GenAI will give me. So it has very neatly. So this is a generic prompt we can say. So it is according to you. Company name is all yours. Customer name is yours. Morning, afternoon, evening. That depends on your time zone. So these are few of the examples which I have picked according to why prompt engineering. Now let's deep dive into what are the components of prompts. So components of prompts are first let's go to persona. So what do I mean with persona? Or I've given explanation of role or vision. So basically, when I say persona, that means what my language, I want my language to be. For example, if I'm saying that act as my marketing expert, or act as 20 years that you have 20 years in development or debugging. So that is what I want my model to work as, because I don't have that knowledge, but I want my model to have that. So that is the persona. Now, goal is basically why I am using that. So, for example, if there is any problem, if there is an error in my code, so I want a debugger to solve it. So I tell him ki you are a debugger, you have 20 years of experience, now solve this. So it will solve it. So that's the goal. Task is obviously solve. So in goal, I'll tell ki I need a proper, scalable solution, and then task is to build a solution. So then tone. So for example, if I am want to mail to my team lead or manager that I want to leave. And if I tell that the prompt that you write a prompt, it will say anything. But if I tell that you need into write into formal language, so it will give me in that way, okay, hello, respected sir or something. Or it may go like dear sir or something. So it's better that I go with respected sir. Now, context. So, for example, I'm planning, I'm not sure what to give as a gift to my sister on her birthday. So, what I'll do is I'll tell Gemini or Gemini that I want to give a gift to my sister. So, what can I give? So, that will be what we can say that is task or persona. But when I say context, so in that I can tell her that okay, these are the past. I will basically examples. Okay, these are the past gifts which I gave her on birthdays. So suggest me accordingly. So I gave the general domain, like what you can say category. That this is the category which I want. I'm seeking the gift for. So that is context. Now let's say constraint. Now, as you are, all everyone has seen that we are posting captions everywhere. It's on LinkedIn, it's on Instagram, it's on Twitter. So Twitter has a boundary. It has a character limit of 280 characters. So that is basically constraint. So whenever we write captions, we'll give it that strictly you have to keep in 280 characters. Or let's say we are in Kalyani Nagar and someone Porsche hits you and then the driver needs to write an essay. So if we say 300, 400 words, then that is the constraint which we give. Then we have output format. So it depends ki in what format I want. If I want in table format, if I want in listed format, so then that is what I give in output format. So this is the components of prompt. Now this is the basics. We build prompts according to this. Now let's say prompt structure. So if you see, when I said that you are a renowned science fiction poet, so that is the person I am given. Okay, you are a poet. Now explain this. The instruction is write a poem. Now in which format? We have two-line poems. Then we have four-line poems. So I told that you have to write in haiku format. So that is the output format. And then I give the context what that poem should be around. So that is the poem should be about Lunar Robert who dreams of exploring the universe. So that is what when I it means when I say context. So basically now let's dive into framework. So when I say that there must be structure, right? Because everything without structure, some things may work, but something fails. So this is what will keep almost every prompt in a very good section. I mean, whenever many of us may have tried the GenAI applications, sometimes it works, sometimes it gives the most unlikable solution. It's like worst. We don't need it. So then that is because we have just wrote something and we have not given a proper structure. So good prompts always follow five step framework. So let's see what that framework is. So that framework gives task, context, references, evaluate and iterate. So first I'll give a task, and if I have to, for example, when I said that I want to buy a gift for my sister, so that is a task. So it's on me if I have to give him a context or not. But if I give context, it is very good. Then that is why we say context, or let's say reference. Reference also example. So context is like for if example, it's I say it's my 25th birthday. So it's something special, so I need to do something. So that is what I give context. Then I give a reference like, okay, I bought some pearls or something like that. Then these three are basically what I will keep in a prompt. Now I'll evaluate its what output it have given, and then I'll iterate the prompt again. So as I said, evaluation and iterating, these are the major parts of prompt engineering. Prompt engineering nothing but basically evaluating, iterating the prompts and output. So to now we may or we may not remember this. So how to remember this? There's a simple solution for it. So that is what does a five-step framework should is it should be thoughtfully create created actually really excellent inputs. So when you thoughtfully create really excellent inputs, it will give you the correct or desired output at least. So that is what we say when we say five-step framework. Now, when I said task, what did I mean by task? Did I just simply say that I want to buy some birthday present? It may not be. So when I say persona or format, for example, now let's change a example. So if I say that I am looking for some cars to pick, now I don't know what factors to check when buying any car. So then what I'll so either I can tell him that I want to buy a car, or else I'll tell him that you are an excellent car dealer. You have been doing this for 20 years. Now suggest me a car. So that is what I found task. Then I gave him content like, okay, I want this company or that company, or I want this is my budget. That is something. And then I can give reference like, for example, Tata Nano was the lowest budget. So I'll give him like, okay, I want something in my budget. So let's consider Tata Nano, and then I'll evaluate and iterate. So this is what when I say five-step framework. So the key takeaway for this is specific is the key. So what is specific? So I'll be more specific. So if I have to buy a car, I'll tell him that I want to buy a car. I will not tell him that I want to buy a four-wheeler. So it will suggest me bus, it will suggest me trucks, it will any suggest. So I'll keep a specific that okay, I want to buy a car. Now explain accordingly. Contextual information. What is contextual? So basically, it is context. If you give context now, it is very easy for GenAI to understand what you want. So that's why we say contextual information because context is always, it's beneficial. Then order does not matter. So when I say that task, content, references, do I mean that I have to write in this format only? or I can maybe, for example, let's say I am giving the content first, that I am in, let's say I am in Japan, and then I am not understanding what they're saying. So I'll not say translate this, and then I'll give the context that, oh, I am in Japan. I may, it will work, but it is according to this. But if I tell that, okay, I am in Japan, now I am not understanding this, translate this. So it is okay. So that means order does not matter. But it matters that you are giving task, content, and reference accordingly. At least task and context. Okay, does this work for every prompt? No, because there are few things which we do like. So, for example, let's say write something about sun. Now, when I say sun, it can be write anything, but it's very specific. I don't need to give context that which sun I'm talking about. Am I talking sun into family or in the sky? It's fine. It understands that it's sun because I have written sun. So it's okay. It understands. So in that point, I don't need to give in persona if mostly, but I'll not give context or references. I'll not say that, oh, I want son of earth and not Jupiter. It's fine. It understands that. So that is what when we say order does not matter. And when we say always start with basic, we basic will means don't give. We can we can give huge complex prompt that 800 characters prompt that we need this. But then even that Gemini needs to understand exactly figure out that what you need. If you give something like this, then it will pick something, lose something. If and basically if you are not using Flow, then so this happens. It will directly drop one of two your sentences. So that is that when you say with start, always start with basic, then you can iterate it again and again whenever you want and however you want. So I guess that's only what I had today for today. Actually, this is my first talk, so yeah, that's what the only thing what I had today.